Hey everybody, I'm gonna keep this short as well. Just did a video on Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. You guys are not gonna like this video, all right? But I'm gonna have to be honest here, all right? A lot of people, I don't think anyone's gonna like it because I got something for everybody, for both sides. I rewatched the fight with Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. Now, you guys know I was here live. I was here with my dad. We watched the fight live. I watched the fight, but the Netflix stream started to freeze really bad, even while I was live. I had it on my TV, I had it on my phone, and I had it on my computer, but it kept freezing on different spaces. I kept having to reboot it the entire time. So even though I watched the fight, I was also adjusting my internet, or at least the app, the Netflix. I kept refreshing it. I kept refreshing my TV. It was just Netflix. It wasn't anything wrong with my internet. I didn't understand that at the time. So I spent a lot of time while covering the fight also trying to make sure that everything was straight. I was switching from different platforms to watch the fight. You guys were here, you know that. So I did rewatch the fight this morning. Okay. I put the volume on mute. I rarely do it, but I know this fight was super close and it was very controversial. I know it was controversial because everybody that I know on earth reached out to me that night and the following day to yell at me about this fight. All right, that they felt like was a robbery. Me and my dad was here, regardless of what he said. We needed to watch the fight over, to be fair. All right. Um, I thought Katie Taylor won the fight. I thought as far as scoring the fight round by round, like we are supposed to, I thought Katie Taylor did better in this fight. And it's a but it's a huge but, and I'll get to it. Katie Taylor was sharper even in the trading part where she failed in the first fight. She was definitely inferior when it came to trading with Amanda, because Amanda was a bigger puncher. I thought Katie did everything better in this rematch. Okay. Um, her left hook was super consistent. She kept catching Amanda, walking in, lunging in. She kept capitalizing. When we say make them miss, make them pay, Katie did that excellent in this fight. And she followed it up with right hands. She even stepped in at times and traded with Amanda. And even some certain exchanges in those periods, she was even better at that point on those periods. I think she won the fight. I think the fight is still very hard to score. I looked at the scorecard after I rewatched it, and I realized that their scorecards, the judges' scorecards, were all over the place. They all scored at 94, 95 for Katie, but they all had different rounds that they gave. So that just basically means the whole fight, most of the fight is swing rounds. They are debatable rounds to score. People that don't watch boxing are going to be influenced by the unofficial scorecard on the screen, and they're going to be influenced by the final punch stats. I look at the punch stats, but when I'm watching the fight, I zone out of whatever punch statistics are. There have been times where I thought that the punch stats were so off that I rewatched a round and realized that the punches that were thrown was way off from whatever they had. So again, if I watch a fight, I'm going to give you my points based on what I'm seeing in the ring and how the rounds are scored. And Katie was connecting much better than she did in the first fight. But the amount of headbutts, I mean, this is past intentional. It's far past intentional. I mean, Katie is she's leading with her head. I get we can Styles, yeah, Southpaw against righty. No, we watch Southpaws against righties all day. Okay, yes, sometimes there's head clashes. We get them. I know the difference between someone, an accidental head clash when you're both coming in at the same time, and when someone is leading in and rubbing their head against you every time you guys are tied up. Amanda is literally backing her head away from Katie, who's going like this. She's charging in like a bull. You cannot sit here and ignore that. That is a huge factor in the fight because Amanda is trying to fight and be aggressive while someone is charging in with their head. All fight. Not the 8th round with the points. By that point, by that time, it was already too late. I say this, and I said this, I've been saying this a lot for years on this channel, starting with Loma and Orlando Salido. If you're getting low blows, clear low blows, or headbutts as a fighter, as a world level fighter, you have to, I know we say, yo, stop bitching, stop complaining. You have to stop, look at the ref and said, she's headbutting me. Because the ref did not even acknowledge anything about it. No warning, no be careful. It's like he didn't even see it. It was happening throughout the entire fight. I actually started to watch it the next day and I was getting so annoyed, I turned it off. And then I said this morning, I was like, all right, I have to make a video on this. Let me watch the whole fight on mute. And I don't want to watch that fight again. As much as I enjoyed it when it was live, it made me hate the fight. It made me hate the fight. So if you want my honest opinion is, yes, I do think Katie won the fight. I think Katie improved. Amanda was frustrated and she was fighting reckless and she paid for it. But Katie probably threw, this is the most headbutt attempts I've seen in a very long time. Blatant. She just charged in with her head. And because the referee didn't really control it, it just kept going. So it didn't matter at the point. The point that was taken, I'm gonna be real. It wasn't gonna be enough to get Amanda to win. I don't care what the punch stat said. She wasn't winning the fight. She was getting hit clean, continuously. If you watch it with an open mind and without your heart, and I wanted Amanda to win, all right, as a fan, I was rooting for Amanda. But I always keep my feelings out of it. I did a breakdown of the fight, and I told you I think Katie is going to win on points. At least that's where my bet is going to go. But I wanted Amanda to win the first fight and the second one. I just like her better. But she didn't win the fight. But Katie fought a dirty fight. A very dirty fight. And by the time the points was taken, it was too late. Amanda was out of the fight mentally. She fought. I thought, well, the way the fight started, like in that first round, because I think she stole the first round. And even that round, I thought Katie was winning the entire round. But Amanda landed some big shots in the last 10 seconds of that round. And I think she did enough to steal the round. But once she started getting tagged a little bit, I saw the frustration in her face. I saw the frustration in her face anytime Katie even attempted to clash heads. I saw it. If you watch the fight, you'll notice it. It's hard to miss. It's very hard to miss. But it's hard to give Amanda the win. Now if this fight, the ref stepped in early, and if he had controlled or gave Katie warnings early in the fight might have went differently. Because not only are you getting punched, but you're getting hit with the top of Katie's head continuously. She charged in. So to me, I personally enjoyed it the night of the fight, but I won't go back and watch that fight. It was just too dirty for me, you know. Um, and I didn't like Amanda's performance compared to the first fight. All right, I thought Amanda did a little better. I think she declined here out of frustration. I'm not gonna make excuses for her, but the head clashing is ridiculous. Now mentally, I don't know. I don't know what the game plan was. I don't know if she had prepared to do things, but Katie did better. And like I said in the breakdown, Katie has always done better in rematches. But it is a dirty fight. But Amanda didn't win the fight. All right. So that's my video on it. You know, let me know what you. I actually want to hear what you guys say in the comments, because people have really strong opinions about this fight. The people that picked Katie was saying that was easy, in the live. People that thought Amanda won, they thought that she was robbed because of the headbutts. But I'm talking about actual scoring. Katie was connecting really clean this time. Like, she did way better outside of the intentional headbutts. Intentional. All right, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good day.